Hello, and today on Texture Review we have lawnmower. Now this one is quite an old beast. Seen many a lawn, many a seasons of grass. I don't know, seasons, no, generally it's many weeks of mowing. Years in fact. Start off with this end here, and we have just the metal handle, and where it's held for the most part of its days, it is quite a smooth finish there. As we go down, it is a little bit more dirty and gritty, less smooth. We have the throttle control there, that's just a relatively smooth plastic sort of lever thing, attached to a bit more grippy bit of plastic there. Going further down, we have this little adjustment knob for the doing up and undoing the handle. If say you wanted to fold down the handle for reduced space requiring storage. Plastic, metal, not metal, it's plastic cover for the catcher. If you take off the catcher, then that mirror flips down and closes off the mower, or you can have it open. No, you can't have it open, it's hinged on a spring, and that's just quite dirty at the moment, but a very sort of smooth plastic. We've got little bits in there for I don't know what, and a pull handle to get a good hold of, to pull it and release it from a catcher. Catcher is just a big bit of, well, it's a couple bits of plastic. Main handle is relatively smooth with these little bits in there. I don't really know, but they give it a little bit of extra lumpy dump texture, which is always good in my books. Then we have, I don't know, these sort of square perforated plastic bit for I guess separating the dirt from the grass when it's all catching up. Hence why I guess there's a lot of dirt on the handle and whatever else. But yeah, overall just a big smooth plastic box, and on the interior it is covered in dirt and grass fibres and whatever, which is pretty standard for a lawnmower that is used. Put that back in the hole where it comes from. We have the throttle cable, which is just a metal wire encased in a sort of lumpy dumpy plastic thing that goes all the way down to the actual motor. And we'll come along to these wheels here. These are plastic wheels, coated in a thick dried mud that is very lumpy dumpy and has grass fibres in there. Very exciting, lots of texture to feel on that one. Ooh, yeah. Then we have the sort of spokes, but not really, because it's a solid wheel. They just fan around. Plastic, sort of coarse plastic, although that could be the dirt. Wheel, plastic cover on probably the nut or whatever that attaches it to the rest of the mower. Then we have metal bits here, sort of the coarse painted metal, yeah, coarse, very fine lumpy dumpy sticker that's peeling off. We have sort of sharpish, it's not really sharp, it's just flaky, flaky paper, plastic sticker thing, whatever it's made out of, I'm not really sure. And more of the metal, got a little scrape on there, and that's exposed some nice smooth metal there. We have the height adjuster beam thing there, which is controlled somewhere. I think on the other side actually there's a lever. Yeah, there is a lever on the other side, which is just a stiff plastic piece, relatively smooth. We have a side that's a bit more textured and grippy. I can't be bothered spinning the lawnmower around to show you because I'm lazy, but you get the idea. And then we have the air intake of the lawnmower motor. Now this is just a plastic cover, more square sort of perforations molded into plastic, and we have it's just a nice big lumpy dumpy circle. You can just run your hand around for as long as you want. Then we have the oil fill / dipstick, which is a plastic handle, nice shaped handle bit to twist and pull, and then a dirty regular sort of cap, just round plastic, smooth, mildly lumpy dumpy plastic. Come along to the actual dipstick bit, and that is a nice metal, nice fine metal coated in thin layer of slippery oil. Yes. Now that's a good thing, because you don't want to run any sort of motor without oil. Can I get this close again? Help. I've got it closed again. Alright, on the other side we have the fuel filler cap, and that has a little bit of lumpy dump to aid you in gripping that one, and it has lumpy dump in the shape of a fuel pump on top, and that's quite nice as well. Pull start, that is another plastic handle, sort of coarse on the sides, smooth on the top, grippy sort of where you put your fingers there, very nice, does the job well. Bit of string in there attached, coiled round to get the motor spinning when you want to start it. Yeah, very cool. Getting old. Okay. And at the front, so we have the this is the exhaust pipe. Don't really know if you can call it a pipe, but that is the exhaust. Either way, and so it comes out the air, and it muffles it. Now luckily this has not been ran today, and it is nice and cool to the touch. You don't really want to be touching hot things, especially not hot metal things, because they can hold heat for a long time, and then they will easily transfer that heat to your fingernails, and you will get a burn, and it won't be very fun. And okay, along the front we have a spark plug cable, and that's just there's a rubberized cap on the end of the spark plug, and then just sort of lumpy hard rigid plastic case cable that goes along to somewhere or whatever and generates the spark. And I can't actually bother pulling it off to touch the spark plug, but I'll touch what I can, and that's just a smooth with a little bit of lumple-dumple bits in there. And we have the fins on the motor for the air cooling of the piston, and those are just mildly lumpy dumpy, very fine lumpy dumps. Just nice stuff. Nice stuff. Yeah. I'm not going to go underneath and touch the blade because that's not very smart. And I mean, I guess if you're safe about it, you can do it, but I'm not going to because I don't want to. But yeah, feel free to if you so desire. Just make sure that it is not on and spinning, or else you could injure yourself gravely. But yeah, that is a lawnmower. Now, yours might be slightly different. You might not even have one. You might not have one, so you don't need one. But this is a lawnmower. Feel free to touch one if you so desire. As long as it hasn't been run, you can touch pretty much wherever you feel like. And if you don't want to touch a certain aspect, you don't have to. There's plenty of stuff to touch on a lawnmower. So yeah, enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you so much. I will see you on the next one.